Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Thursday, August 1st, 2019. And gorgeous day here today at the homestead. So I'm going to pan this up here so you can see the sky. It's absolutely gorgeous today. And somebody had asked me, and I did want to respond to this before we jump into what we're going to talk about. Look how clear and beautiful it is. So somebody had said they have not seen a lot of chemtrails lately. And you know what? You guys are 100% right. I've only seen a few over the last couple days, but not a whole lot. But like today, it's just absolutely clear and beautiful. I'm going to kick this around so you guys can see everything. I mean, the whole sky is just really pretty. So yeah, we have not haven't had any issues as far as the chemtrailing goes here in the last few days. So I did want to mention that. So let's jump into the topic. So, well, actually, before we do, just say hello. Okay, sorry. So I'll tell you what we were doing today here in a minute, but I did want to talk about a couple things. We're going to jump into topic. Talk about what's going on. Trump the Senate just passed the spending bill to raise the debt ceiling, and that will go through the next 2 years, so that will take us through the election cycle, okay? So Trump has said he's going to sign that. It's a bipartisan thing, and they've all agreed to that. So they're definitely raising the debt ceiling once again to put us further and further into debt. So that was one thing that had happened. The other thing that's been going on, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, well, the stock market is definitely taking a hit today. Now, they just cut the interest rate by 0.25%, so you would think the opposite, right? Well, the stock market would go up. Well, no, it hasn't, and that's the other thing that they did. They did cut the interest rate by 0.25%, but what happened was they had, the president has said that they are going to be, starting September 1st, adding a 10% tariff on the additional $300 billion of imports that we're getting from China. Okay, so there's already the tariff right now of 25% on the 250 billion of imports, but on the other 300 billion, he's going to add on a 10% tariff because China's not, according to the president, is not negotiating in good faith, and so he's trying to put a squeeze on him and put pressure on him. So, you know, we'll see how that all goes. And hopefully that he can get something done with that, and we can get some kind of good deal, and then they can get rid of the tariffs and get the prices back down and all that. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that's but there's a lot of the interesting things that play in together, okay, with that. Again, today, North Korea fired off another missile today. So they are definitely, there's a lot of interesting things, dynamics that are going around with all those situations, and they all kind of feed into each other, and you know, it's definitely interesting to see everything that is going on. Now, with all these tariffs, obviously the cost of things are definitely going to go up because China is not going to eat that 25% tariff on the 250 billion in trade, and they're sure not going to eat the increased 10% on the other 300 billion in trade. So I find that very interesting. And you know, it's just something I pay attention to, all those different things, and this obviously increases tensions as well, and so I find that very interesting. But I definitely want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. What do you think about the tariffs increasing? What it's doing to the stock market today? And actually, I can tell you right now, I'm going to check right now really quickly, and we'll see what the stock market did today. All right, let's see. The stock market was down 280 points today. So, and the NASDAQ was down 64. So, yeah, so it definitely took a hit today. Not a huge hit, obviously, but you know, enough that it, you know, people are paying attention. Like I said, the tariffs are definitely on people's minds, and that definitely is something that they are thinking about. So, anyway, so that was that part of it. So, very interesting, and like I said, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on that. So I want to mention a couple things while I'm thinking about it, and then we'll get into some other topics. I wanted to mention we have the Prepper Get-Together. Now it's 16 days away. August 17th. It's amazing how fast time goes, but August 17th we will be doing the Prepper Get-Together. at Letchworth State Park in New York, and it's Letchworth, Letchworth State Park, and it's going to be at Eddie's Pavilion, which is EDDYS Pavilion. To get into the park, it costs you $10 to get into the park per carload, and so you know, definitely they'll give you a map, ask them where Eddie's Pavilion is, and they can direct you exactly to where you got to go for that. So that's a good thing. I'm going to turn this around so you can watch the chickens while we're talking. But so that is going to be August 17th, and I'm looking forward to that. Again, I will be providing hot dogs and hamburgers for everybody. And so, you know, I just asked that if you're going to be coming, just kind of let me know ahead of time if you would. And also, please bring a dish to pass, okay? And again, I'm not expecting anybody to try to feed 100 people with a dish to pass, you know, or more, because I don't know how many people we're going to have. But like I said, if you're going to, you know, maybe make enough for like 15 or 20 people, and that should be more than enough, whatever you want to bring, okay? So, so that is that. The other thing I want to mention, the sale right now on the website will be ending on Sunday at midnight West Coast time. So that's going to be 3 a.m. on the Monday, East Coast time. But you only have a few more days left to take advantage of the sale that we have going on. 20% off everything on the website, from merchandise to you know, coffee mugs, t-shirts, bumper stickers, and also legacy food. All of that is going to be 20% off, okay? So please take advantage of it. If you want to add to your freeze-dried food, that's a great way to do it. And so I just wanted to mention that as well. The other thing I wanted to mention really quickly was that we have the Prepper Nurse One community on my website at preppernurse1.com as well. And so that is free to join, doesn't cost anything, it's very private. So if you want to come in there, you have to register, so nobody can just come in and see what's going on there. You have to be registered. If you're looking to connect with like-minded people, looking to form a group, or just looking to interact, there's some great message boards on there as well. So just pay attention to all that. If you want, go ahead in there, register, and you can join that. And again, that is totally free. Okay? So, and the other thing, again, as you guys know, Heather just started a website. The link will be down in the description below as well. Again, I'll do that for a few more days for her. And but it's Hang Out with Heather. Okay, no spaces in between. So it's HANGOUTWITH, Heather. Heather. So Hang Out with Heather. Please go over and give her some support. I would appreciate that. She's going to be documenting her journey leading up to college, talking about, you know, the different things that she's experienced and those type of things, and what's going to happen once she gets to college. So trying to help out college-age students or high school seniors going through the process, and then, you know, documenting what college life is like and what to expect and those type of things. Okay, so that's what's going on with there. So today, Heather and I, and she was very excited to do this too, just so you guys know, we started doing inventory, and we started out reorganizing some stuff, getting a head count of, you know, we were working on canned goods today and just doing part of it, to be honest with you. And I'm like, oh my God, we got a lot of canned goods. I mean, we have a lot of canned goods. So it has been a lot longer chore than I had anticipated, but we got good headway on it. And when I finish this video, we are going to go back and work on it some more. So, but it has been definitely a chore, but it's been worth it, because now we're getting a good inventory of what we have. And so, you know, what I need to add or not add. And there are some things that I had to throw out. So you're going to ask me, what did I have to throw out? So we had, and they're expired like past 5 years, okay? But these are certain things that you definitely don't want to not keep in a rotation. If you're going to use them, that's fine. Gravy in a glass jar, okay? So we had the gravy in a glass jar. Definitely was bad. I could see that it was bad, so we definitely had to get rid of that. What else did we end up tossing, Heather? Oh yeah, we had old tartar sauce that had to be tossed. We also had, there was some old salad dressing that was not any good anymore. You know, those type of things like that. and so there was some old peanuts, and I know that like with the oils and stuff, it all goes rancid, so that had to be tossed. So it's definitely a good thing. I am long overdue. I said that yesterday. I haven't done it in years. I just keep adding. So now, you know, with getting it organized, it's going to be better. It's going to be more organized space-wise as well, which is a good thing as well. So that's one of the things that we were working on today. We're actually going to run around to the back of here and see. We got 4 eggs earlier today. 3 of the full-size eggs and 1 of the other new chickens laid an egg. So we had 4 eggs. So one of I don't want to call it a baby egg because they're not laying full-size eggs yet. Hold on a second. Let me just set that down. So we will take a look in here, and we will see if we got any more. And sure enough, we do. Okay, the last adult egg. Okay, so we ended up with 5 eggs on the day, 4 of the adult eggs and 1 of the juvenile eggs, we will call it. So that's good. So, but I just think that like 1 of the new hens is laying at this point, or the other, one is laying steadily. I know she was looking to get into the box when somebody else was already in the box. They have 8 choices they can go in, guys, and they all lay in the same one all the time. It's just what they do. So they have, you know, they're funny birds, but they're good birds. So anyway, so we ended up with 5 eggs today, 4 adult eggs and 1 juvenile egg. So the other ones should be laying here soon as well. The most we got in one day of the juvenile eggs, we actually had 3 juvenile eggs the one day. We've been generally getting about 1 of the juvenile eggs every day. So we got 1 today. So I think that 1 of the new hens is laying steadily now, and so we'll see how the other ones get going. So, but it's fun. So we just been doing that. So anyway, I definitely want to hear your feedback about like what's going on. What do you think of the interest rate cut? Okay, I want to hear what your thoughts are on that to start with, because they're trying to continue to stimulate the economy. I want to hear your thoughts on North Korea launching another missile today. You know, is that just I see it as more grandstanding and not, you know, really amounting to a hill of beans, to be honest with you. With them, they're looking to bring, you know, the U.S. back to the negotiation table, because that's kind of stalled on that end as well.